Ever since I started using jelly tips, I couldn't get the perfect peely pop off over my jelly tips. It's like peel base wasn't working over the jelly tips like it did over builder gel. But I've been testing a peel base for a company, and this is only literally one coat of peel base on my nails. So I did my nails a few days ago, and my pinky popped off, you saw, so easily. So this is the new peel base I have been testing out for Kimberz Kreations. She just released it today, and I'm happy to say that this works great. This ring finger has no peel base on, but the other 3 fingers do have peel base on them, only 1 layer. So I'm going to show you guys how I go about removing my mani with peel base on it. What I do first is take a hand file and I do what you call break the seal. So I'm just filing the edges to kind of like release the dip powder per se, so that I can get in there and pop off the dip powder. I know that sometimes you can get away without breaking the seal, as you saw with my pinky finger. That one just wanted to pop off all on its own. Maybe I didn't seal it that well, but the rest of them, it required a little extra work, and I had to break the seal by using my hand file in order to pop off the dip powder. Now, my sweet spot for layers is 2 layers of peel base. They pop off really easily, almost a perfect clean pop off if I do 2 layers. So I only did 1 layer on this manicure, so of course it's not going to be a perfect clean 1 single nail pop off. But this is what I do. I take these nippers and I try to pry the dip powder away from the jelly tip. If I notice there's some resistance, I'll file a little bit more and then go back in with the nippers. So you can see it's chipping away with barely any resistance. I know some people use cuticle pushers to remove the dip with the peel base. I've been using nippers ever since I started using peel base in this manner. See, it's coming off so easily. This is with only 1 coat of peel base on my nails, so imagine how easily it would come off with 2. I've been testing this peel base for a few weeks now, and I usually go in with 2 layers. I don't remember why. I think I forgot to put on the 2nd layer, but that's why I only had 1 layer on this mani rather than 2 like I've been using this whole time. Anyways, so I just keep on going with my cuticle nippers, and you can see obviously it's coming off in pieces. It didn't come off as beautifully as the pinky nail did. Maybe I should try it again and insert a snippet towards the end on what it looks like with 2 layers, because I truly have loved this. I've been using peel bases, you guys know, for a long time, almost I want to say 2 years now, possibly. I don't remember at this point. But I've been using peel base since late 2019. Yep, 2 years. There you go. And when I transitioned over to jelly tips, the peel bases that I've loved this whole time didn't work over my jelly tips. I was blown away. I'm why aren't these working over my jelly tips? What they were doing is they were difficult to come off, and it was coming off even in smaller pieces than you see now with just 2 coats. So even at 2 coats, I was having a hard time, but it was also peeling up my jelly tip and causing lifting. So with testing this peel base from Kimberz Kreations, I have really found the sweet spot of peel base for me. Please remember that peel base really depends on your climate as well. It's very, very finicky depending on if you live in a humid or dry climate, but I'm overall happy with how this works. And another product that Kimberz Kreations released today is this awesome gel remover. So you guys have probably seen a few of these floating around the market. I've tried the Triple D one and the Dipalicious Nails one. But what I do is I just file off the shine, and then I apply a coat of this and I let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes, and I just take a tool and I scrape away at it. So the reason why I didn't use peel base on this nail is because I actually taught a dip powder class. It's something I do with Triple D. I teach a dip powder workshop, and it's 3 hours long, and I wanted to show people how to do not only tip application, but putting dip powder on the natural nail. So for this nail, that was my demonstration nail showing how to put the dip powder on the natural nail and over a tip. So that's why this one doesn't have any peel base. It doesn't have any builder gel or anything of that sort on it. So I'm gonna let it sit, and this is the toolkit that Kimberz Kreations offers. It comes with a gorgeous rose gold cuticle pusher, but this is the tool that is so good at scraping away the gel polish. I find that this tool is so much more safer and more gentle than a cuticle pusher. You don't risk at stabbing yourself with a cuticle pusher because those are kind of sharp. So all you have to do is literally just scrape. And the first layer is always the most difficult one because you still have some top coat on your nail. So you're not going to remove too much product on the first layer when you're using a gel remover. but on the second and third layer, you guys are going to see it makes a huge difference. Anyway, so this is mostly like a clear yellow tint because you'll notice gel removers have like a hair gel kind of consistency. It's thick, it's gummy. So there's a little bit of pink that came off, but not too much because it was mostly removing my top coat that I had on here. So now I'm putting on a second coat. I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes and then come back and scrape. Also, make sure not to get any of this gel remover on your skin. It will tingle. You don't want this to get on your skin. So on the second layer, I'm scraping so much more off. A lot more is coming off. You're going to see the pink come off a lot in a much thicker, goopier layer. So it's showing that this really does work after it penetrates through the top coat, which is partly why you want to file off your top coat as much as possible before you put on the gel remover. Like, why are you going to waste so much of your gel remover just to remove a top coat when you can just simply hand file that part off? Now, some of you guys are probably looking at me like, Carol, why am I going to spend money on this when a bottle of acetone from the Dollar Tree will do the trick? You're totally right. However, overexposure to acetone can cause contact dermatitis. It can cause issues with our skin. And I've dealt with that before. I had to stop soaking off in acetone for over a whole year because I was soaking off every single week to do a new manicure every 7 days. You know how people can struggle from body image issues? Well, as someone who does nails for what I love to do, I really struggled with showing my hands on camera and showing my hands in nail pictures. I got a lot of comments on my skin. People were making comments about red cuticles and all that stuff, and it really made me feel very insecure about my manicures and my videos. So I stopped exposing my hands to acetone and doing things like using peel-off base coat or these gel removers and hand filing off really helped my skin heal and not have to be so reactive to acetone. I have started introducing acetone to my skin again about a year ago, but I don't do it as constantly as I used to do. I don't do it every 7 days, which is why you guys will notice in a lot of my videos, I'm dipping over jelly tips so that I can use peel base and it doesn't rip up my natural nails and I don't have to worry about exposure to acetone. However, with this manicure, you'll notice like I have almost all of the dip powder gone, right? So you see right there, almost all of it's gone. Well, I'm going to use, literally, I soaked this in here for like 2 or 3 minutes and I'm not going to make you sit here for 2 or 3 minutes to see the difference, but look how quickly it dissolved the very rest of it. I didn't have to soak for 15 minutes like I normally used to have to do. It was 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'm going to use the scraper tool to scrape this little bit off, and a paper towel soaked in acetone to rub the last bit of dip powder that is on my nail. That part is going to come off super easily. So yeah, I only had to soak for 2 or 3 minutes to ensure it just came right off. The reason I didn't continue scraping is because I didn't want to scrape my natural nails. That can harm your nails too. So I'm not saying you have to soak in acetone. It was just what I preferred to do to finish the job. So now I'm just cleaning off my nail with rubbing alcohol like I always do, but I'm so glad products like this exist on the market. Let me know in the comments below what your preferred method for removing dip powder is. I'd love to know. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!